When you look into the mirror, what do you see? You mean you don't know how beautiful you are? Really? Because I think you do. I think you do know how beautiful you are. When you are alone, you feel like you're beautiful. But every time you meet other people, they make you feel like you're not beautiful. And you know what that means? It means you want people to accept you. The real beauty comes from inside. You need to work on yourself. You need to heal your traumas. You need to heal yourself. It took me a lot of time to really feel good about myself. And I think some people will never believe me that once I doubted who I am, once I doubted myself. Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna talk about self-acceptance. I used to feel bad about myself. I used to hate who I am. A lot of people say these things, and some of us really don't believe them because we be like, that person wants us to pity them. It's not about pitying anybody. We all go through this. Look at me. Look at my skin. Yeah, right now it is popping, I know. But back in the days, when I was 14, 15, 13, oh my God. I used to feel like, I used to think that this is the worst skin. I remember one time I asked my mom, because that day a lot happened to me. I was at school. A boy called me Satan. They used to call me, of course, a lot of things: Satan, darkness, sunshine. Not because, I am shining or glowing, but because they used to say that when I smile, that's when they see me. And that day, I was like, okay, enough is enough. I am not whatever they are saying. I remember I was one of those darkest, children in the school. Caught me right. This happened to me in my own country. So that day I was like, no, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Stop calling me those names, because I'm not Satan. I don't look like Satan. I am not darkness. Stop saying it. We had a fight, me and the boy, and by that time I was so skinny and so, like, I was so weak. They pushed me. I told the teacher didn't really do anything. I went back home like crying, asking my mom why she gave birth to a child like me in my skin color. And I remember I was really crying, and I told my mom, no problem, I will become a celebrity and they will pay just to see me. I will become so famous and so rich so that they have to, to ask to see me. Because I used to see, of course, the way they treat dark-skinned children who are, are rich. They were treating them a little bit better than me, because we were very poor. My dad died when I was 3 years old, and I was raised by a single mother. I went through a lot when I was growing up, and that damaged my self-esteem. And another thing, I joined entertainment industry. In the entertainment industry, if you're not light-skinned, you're not considered as beautiful. Nowadays things are changing, because we are fighting for ourselves. We are telling people that we are black and beautiful, and we believe in ourselves. Actually, this didn't only happen to me, it happened to a lot of people. I can hear their pain because I went through it. And I remember we used to record videos, like music videos. I was a musician for 7 years, for those who don't know my story. But I used to feel really bad every time, like, we used to, record videos, because they used to tell me things like, you're so black, you need a lot of light, you will record you last. And you know how that feels? Do you know how that feels? So when they are shooting me, they have to, to reset again because of my dark skin. So you start questioning, why am I like this? Why I was born like this? And it really damages your self-esteem. And putting myself on social media so that people can judge me. There are people who doesn't really find me beautiful. Now I know that I am beautiful whether you like it or not, because it's me. I make the rules. I used to struggle with doubting myself, questioning who I am, thinking that I am not good enough because of, some comments from aunties. Because I remember when I was young, a lot of people used to say, oh my God, you're black but beautiful. And I'm like, you're black but beautiful? Why do they have to add that, like you're blacker but beautiful? Like black people are not beautiful? Dark skinned people are not beautiful? I used to question myself so much. I used to see a lot of people bleaching their skins. And even after bleaching, they don't get accepted. I was like, okay, however much my skin color is not that good, but still if I bleach my skin, still they are going to abuse me. So I was like, okay, I give up. Now I have to love me the way I am. So I used to go on social media. When I got a phone, I was around 16, and I used to go on social media, and then I look for dark skinned people. And then I'm like, okay, if I am black and I'm not beautiful, let me look for other black beauties, on the internet, models. And then I see if they are ugly. And I used to find them beautiful. They don't look like me, but we have the same skin color. Like, I see that they're beautiful to me. But if someone doesn't find you beautiful, it is about them. You can't be beautiful for everybody. That's why you have to be beautiful for you. And that hit me. I was like, okay, if they don't think I'm beautiful, then I have to tell myself that I'm beautiful, because I believe that I'm beautiful. Because even if I bleach my skin, still they are going to abuse me that I bleached my skin. And that is a conversation that is so sensitive that if you talk about it with someone who already bleached, it feels like you're judging them. And it's not about judging them. It's about telling them that you have to think about it before doing it. If you're doing it for you, well, it's your body, it's your skin, you can do whatever you want. But if you're doing it for other people to accept you, that's the wrong thing to do. That's why I'm so determined to tell these young children to not even try and touch their skin. A lot of people ask for my skin routine, but can I tell you something that we need to talk about first? Is self-acceptance. Even if you want to use my skin routine and you're not already like in love with yourself, it won't work for you. Because even if I say what I use, they are not so complicated, because I'm someone who really doesn't want to stress myself for nobody. I use the things I have at home. If I have money, I buy, but if I don't have, I use what I have at home, So if I tell people what I use, they'll even be like, she doesn't really want to tell us. But do you accept yourself? Do you love yourself? Deeply inside you, do you love yourself? If you love yourself, then you know that you are beautiful before using anything. And can I tell you the truth? I get pimples too. I get pimples. I prepare myself when I'm going to record videos. I don't look like this every day, you guys. Let me tell you, I don't look like this every day. Don't look like this all the time. I prepare myself when I'm going to record, because I want to represent myself the way I want to represent myself. So you need to accept yourself first before using anything, because even if you buy those expensive products and you don't really love yourself and you're doing it to be accepted in the society, you are not going to be accepted. Not everyone is gonna love you. A lot of people find me beautiful, but still you see that a lot of people on social media abuse me. When I was starting TikTok, I remember I posted myself. I was, being sarcastic, playing around, and then someone had the guts to tell me that they don't like my skin color. But at that time, I was like, you know what? This is not new. I've had a lot of bad comments. This is not new. And in that moment, I was like, okay, let me abuse that person. Let me tell them, let me stop them, let me put them in their place. But I was like, okay, if I try to convince them that I am beautiful, that my skin is beautiful, we were going to, exchange words. And then we keep doing that. And I hate drama. I hate drama. I was like, you know what? The only thing I can do is smile. I wanted the world to see that there are people who are bold enough to tell other people that they don't like their skin. That's the reason why I posted that video. And I wanted to show the young girls that sometimes you don't need to convince people that you are beautiful, that you are good enough. You need to convince yourself. I waved and I smiled and I was like, oh, okay, in my head I was like, I see what you're saying, but it doesn't hurt me. I don't put it on my heart, but okay, let me just post it, and then maybe I change some people's minds, and then we share positivity. Like I just wanted to just post that video, and I'll show people that you don't need to convince people. And guess what? A lot of people liked, commented, they even reported that account, and I think they banned them from TikTok. But I did not tell anybody to do it. Because of what I did, everyone was like, wow, I think we should do this more. Because I didn't argue. I was like, okay, I can see your opinion, but it doesn't matter. I know myself. Because I was told a lot of things when I was growing up. I was in a girl group. And when you're around a lot of girls, sometimes you fight, sometimes you want to be the best, sometimes you want to stand out. And I was the youngest and I was the darkest. Imagine that. And I think because by that time I really didn't have anything. I was not that educated. I was not that talented. So I was really naive, learned a lot of things from that group. And I don't want to say only the bad things. That's not me. But I want to show girls that don't believe in themselves that it's okay. You can go through it. Most of the times in my videos, I'm always quiet. I use gestures. I don't want to talk so much. But I was like, these few months, I was like, I think people really need my voice. I need to talk to people. I need to talk to young girls. For me, I focus more on the young girls because I was young too. I don't want them to go through what I went through. People who used to be around me didn't tell me the truth. They didn't tell me that I matter. They didn't tell me that I'm good enough. They didn't tell me the things I'm telling you guys. I wanted someone to tell me that you are beautiful, that you are good enough. You don't have to be anything by yourself. I want to be that person because I love children and I'm a mother. I have a daughter. Well, if nobody gets anything from this video, no problem. At least my daughter will watch this video because she is 9 years. Soon she's becoming a teenager. And I want her to see this video. If I have any advice for a young girl, what I want to say to you is be kind to yourself. Don't pressure yourself. You're still young. Be young. Enjoy yourself. Don't mind so much about makeup because you're going to grow up and do makeup. Be natural. Be happy. Don't rush into having a boyfriend. Because if you like someone and they don't like you back, you feel bad about yourself. Know that you are good enough, even if nobody thinks that you are beautiful. But you have to think, you have to know, you have to say those things to yourself. And if you have a child, a teenager, a young girl, please watch this video with them. Because when I was young, my mom used to tell me that I'm beautiful. But because I was her daughter, I used to like not to believe her, because I was like, okay, she's my mom. Of course, every mother is going to think that their children are beautiful. She used to tell me that you are beautiful, my love. You're so beautiful. You don't need to do anything. And I was like, okay, I'm your daughter. You're saying that because I'm your daughter. But if they love me or they watch my videos and they enjoy my videos, at least watch this video with them. Maybe they'll believe me. Maybe they'll get something from me. And that's what I want. And I know that a lot of people are not going to watch this video because I'm talking and people don't want to hear some of these things. But I wish they do. I wish you watch this video because it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of work to heal. I was born with over 42 siblings. And every time I say that, people be like, what? Yes. Yes. We are from different mothers. So I know what it means to feel unloved and hard. We're lied to that we are not good enough because we are dark. It takes time to believe in yourself. You need to work on yourself. You need to work on your body. You need to work on your skin. But before doing all of that, you need to believe in you. I use affirmations. And I've heard a lot of people talking about affirmations. Every day, I have to tell myself that I'm beautiful. And when I say that I'm beautiful, it doesn't mean I have to be better than other people or be more beautiful than other people, because we don't look the same. We can't compete. We don't look the same. My nose is different. My lips are different. My eyes are different. My eyebrows are different. We look different. We really look different. So there is no need for competition. And that's what I always tell the children in my organization. We all look different, but we are all beautiful. So if you don't feel like you're beautiful because you don't look like Angela, are you trying to say that God did a bad job? I think God created us in his image. I don't even think. The Bible says God created us in his image. I know you guys have pure hearts, but some of you end up abusing other people on social media, and because you feel bad about yourself, because you don't feel like you're good enough, because you want also to be somebody, but you can't do it because you're scared. It's okay to be scared. Even me, up to this stage, I am still scared. I won People's Choice Awards, but I was like, that is something that happened to me that I didn't know it will happen because it was so huge. I was nominated among incredible people, doctors, actresses, people from Hollywood, from Nigeria, from Big Brother. But I am the one who won. And up to date, I'm like, what did I do really that made me really win that? I still have some doubts at some point, but I don't let those doubts define who I am. I am good enough without all the numbers on social media. And there is another thing, on social media, you people be like, oh my God, you have a lot of followers. Oh my God, that's so amazing. But people in my village, they really don't think like that. When I'm kind, they see me as a kind person. They call me Aunt Angela. They have an idea about the following I have, but they don't really understand it because some of them are not even on social media. They don't know how social media works. It's me who tries to tell them, when you have this certain of following, that means you're famous. But for them, they don't really care. They don't know. They don't understand. And it's not their fault. They are not on social media. So every time I am with them, it makes me feel grounded because I am a human being. I am like them. We are friends. We share. We laugh. There are people I don't talk to. I don't want to tell you that my life is perfect. It's not. There are bad people that you don't talk to, but there are people that are good. You share food. If you are vest, you share food. So it keeps me grounded, because when I'm in my village, I am me. I am not the Angela on social media. By the way, the Angela I see on social media is a character. I'm not saying in my normal life I'm a different person. I'm still the same person, but this is a character. This is a character that I'm playing. It is me. It is still me, but you prepare yourself to record yourself. You don't just record yourself. You be like, okay, today what am I gonna talk about? Okay, and then you find what you're going to talk about, and then if you don't know some information, then you go and do some research. It takes a lot of work. But when I'm in the village, I am me. I have friends. I talk to children. It keeps me grounded, because there is the way I balance these two, the social media life and my normal life. But you have to love who you are. It is very important. I want you to look in the mirror and you appreciate yourself. And you be like, you know what? I am good. I want you to put on something nice, and then you say, I am beautiful today. And you're beautiful for you, not for anybody. If you put on something nice and then you walk and nobody compliments you, it's okay. As long as for you, you feel good. As long as for you, you love yourself. It is so satisfying when you start loving yourself. It's like your ears are closed. Right now, even if someone says, what is she talking about? She's so stupid. She's da 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 da. It doesn't go to my heart, because I know exactly who I am. You don't need to tell me who I am. I am me. I have the power. I can't give you the power to tell me who I am, because I can tell myself who I am, because I decide who I want to be, and I know who I want to be. And oh my God, you don't know. You don't know. It is deeper than you guys think.